Hello, we are playing dice chess. So I've played drawback chess. We are now playing dice chess. This is very similar to that stupid Martin challenge that took so long to win. I'm glad it finally got done, but we are doing dice chess. Basically what this is you roll three dice, three dice. And and whatever pieces they land on are the pieces you can move. So you get up to 3 moves per turn. If it lands on a piece that you cannot move, then you just forfeit that turn, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm still waiting for someone to accept my game. It's taking its sweet time. Maybe I'll just have to play somebody else's here. I'm too low of a rating. Nice. But anyways, the other thing that's interesting with dice chess is it forces you to move as many pieces as possible. So let's say it's move number 1 and you roll a pawn and a rook. So you have to move a flank pawn so that you can move your rook up. It forces you to do that, which is very interesting. Why is my rating just so low that I can't play any games? This is crazy. Here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and play dice chess. He's gonna maybe not move, and then we're gonna have to, okay, there we go. And see, no moves available, just kings and queens. So same with me, bishops and kings. So we can, it just keeps passing it back and forth until we can make a move. He gets 2 knights. Knights here are some of the most powerful pieces. If he gets 2 more knight moves, he actually already can make me, which is kind of scary. And you don't get checkmate in this game. You have to win by actually taking the piece. So if he wants to, he can actually move his knight over here, or that works as well. And now I have to roll pawn, which I don't move. And now if he rolls a knight, I already lose, which he didn't, thankfully. But this is a lot of RNG. I mean, you thought the Martin one was RNG. This one is even more RNG because instead of playing Martin, we're playing a real person. I have to be so careful here. Please give me some. I just get rook moves. I've only gotten a knight and some rooks. So see, sometimes you get into a position where there's nothing I could have done. And we just have to hope that he doesn't also get moves, but he did. So fortunate for us, but we're going to hopefully get better luck here. This is one thing. I'm not the biggest fan of dice chess, just for this exact reason that there are sometimes these issues that arise, but he is able to move some pieces. I'm able to move the same knight and rook as last time. And now we're getting somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and, you know what I realized? I moved the wrong knight. I'm going to move this knight now. And I can move, let's say, to a4 and rook a3. And he's going to go ahead and move a knight out. And then it's going to be my turn again. So I've got some knights out, which is nice. And look at that. 3 knights. 1, 2, 3. And I get some of my coins back. So this is, it's a lot of fun playing this dice chess. I'm going to try to get 3 wins. Let's get 3. So I need 2 more wins. So I can move, okay, here's the thing. I have 2 pawn moves and a king move. So I can move whatever pawn I want. Let's say I want my rooks to be able to come out. Now I have to move one of these pawns so that my king can come out. So I'm just going to go f3 and king f2. Seems okay. I guess maybe I should have moved, well, no, but if I moved, maybe I should have moved 2 pawns here so that I can move some other pieces out. And we get another king move. I'm just going to move it right back. And then a knight move. I will move this knight out, and I will move this pawn to d4. Open up a bishop, open up my queen a little more. He gets another knight move, a little bit scary, but if he does move over to e4, I can get him with a knight or a pawn. So he moves his other knight. Makes sense. Oh, he had to move his other knight because, well, no, he didn't. He could have moved this rook, so... Let's see, I get another king move, which is rather obnoxious. I get a pawn move. I will move this pawn and move my king up because I don't want his knight to be able to just boop, boop. I want his knight to have to take, 3 moves to get to me. But he just rolls a pawn and a bishop, which is kind of annoying. He can move his e-pawn or his d-pawn and then take my rook and then move his king out of the way, which is, yeah, quite annoying. So hopefully he doesn't do that. Hopefully he moves his e-pawn and then he's got to move his king up and his bishop. But we shall see, I suppose. Wow, he does actually move that way. That surprises me because maybe he wanted to keep his king safe. I will move my king right on back. Let's take here and let's move my queen up to d4. He gets 2 knight moves. Good thing my king's pretty safe here. And he gets a rook move, so he'll move either his rook to g8 or 8. We'll see which one he decides to go with. And I'm kind of close here where, yeah, he's just going to take so many pieces here. Let's get some pawn moves. I'll get the 1 pawn move, and I'll get a king move. Maybe I want to move my king to d1. Seems pretty safe. And I can move my knight over here to e2. So he gets a bishop move. If he takes this, I have to be a little bit lucky, but he doesn't. He's trying to play it a little bit safe, which makes sense. I get a pawn move. Let's just move right up and start barreling down here. A bishop move. Let's move my bishop over this way, and let's move my knight up. We are really going on the offensive right now. Oh, is he going to play bishop f6? That looks a little bit scary. Hopefully he plays bishop f6 and I get like 2 queen moves, and I can take his bishop and then his queen. That'd be awesome. Boom, boom. I can't draw arrows literally ever. One day, after maybe, because I don't draw arrows very much playing on my own, but when I make videos, obviously I want to draw arrows. Maybe one day I'll get better at it. I do get a queen move, so I will take right here, and then I get 2 pawn moves. I guess I'll just move my pawns up to attack the bishop. Hopefully he doesn't get a bishop move. He gets 2 of them, in fact. That is very close. If my king was on a dark square here, it could have been bad days, but it's not. So, thank goodness. Maybe he moves his other bishop out. No, he just moves that one to protect his knight. That makes sense. I get a bishop move. Let's just take the knight, and then let's move. Either way, if he gets 3 bishop moves, my king's dead, so we can just leave it on e1, I think, is okay. And he gets a rook and pawn. Perfect. Love to see that. He has to move a pawn, and then he has to move his rook to g8. That's awesome. I get 2 knight moves. Ooh, he's so lucky that his king's on a light square. If it was on one, if it was right here, boom, boom. But I will still come up here and take this. Ooh, I should have taken this bishop. Oh, I'm so dumb. That would have been so good for me. Because now he gets 2 bishop moves. Oh no. That would have been so good. His knight, or his king wouldn't have been able to take my knight, and his bishop would have just come out here. Oh, I really messed that up. I'm gonna actually take this bishop. He does not get a pawn move. That is, wow. I say that's huge, but he does get 2 rook moves, so he can take my rook anyways. And I get, ooh, look at this. I can move my pawn out of the way. 2 rook moves, take his rook. Hopefully he doesn't get a pawn move, please. Nice. That's awesome. Ah, but I get a bishop move. Well, let's just save my bishop. And he gets a pawn move, which is really annoying. So, a little bit interesting here. We have bishops of the same color. So if I am to get, say, 2 bishop moves, that could be very interesting. He gets 2 bishop moves himself. He's going to take, yep. And I don't get a king move. Oh, no. That's not good. He gets a king move, though. He doesn't get a bishop move. Please give me a king. No! Oh, no. Ah, and he can move his bishop out of the way. Oh, that's so annoying. But really what it's going to come down to here, I think, is who can move their pawns. Who can move them down the board and create new pieces. That's really what it's going to come down to. I'm going to keep my king on a dark square always so that his bishop can't come and take it. This is actually really interesting. Obviously, I would be so much better here if I had just, instead of taking the rook, if I took that bishop. But we're gonna, I don't really want to move my king up too much because 2 pawn moves and it's just a goner. So he gets to move 1 pawn. Oh, and he blocks off mine, which is rather annoying. Oh, he gets 2 pawn moves. Yikes. That's even better for him. And I get a king move. Let's come over here. Whoa, 3 bishop moves. Luckily for me, he doesn't just get a free pawn. I mean, he can come down and take this pawn, but hopefully I roll a king move then and I take it. Hopefully I roll 3 king moves here. And I go 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, I get a pawn. Let's get 3 pawns. Oh no, I have to move a pawn here, but it's not ideal. He can just take next. Hopefully I roll 3 pawn moves and I go 1, 2, 3. There's a lot of it. You could call this hope chess instead of dice chess, but I'm gonna just say dice chess because it is all skill, and I'm about to win this game. 3 queen moves would be awesome if I had a queen. Pretty much anywhere I think it is on the board now, it would be able to get them, but we get a king move. I have to be careful here, because if I move here and he gets 2 bishop moves or 2 pawn moves, I'm gone. But really, I don't want him to... Okay, he only gets 1 of each. That is fine. Obviously, he's going to play a2, or he's not going to play a2. And I get a king move. Now I'm blocking off his a-pawns. Let's get some more king moves. I keep only getting 1 king move at a time, which is annoying. I want to get 2. Ah, and he gets a pawn and a bishop. So he can take my pawns. Yes, 2 king moves is awesome. Let's go. And he gets... Oh, no, he gets 2 bishop moves. Come on. Oh, what are we doing? And now he can push his pawn as well. And I've got to push a pawn. And he can just take it. Oh, this is so bad. Now I only have a king that can move. Oh, no. Please give me some king moves. I'm just going to take this bishop and hope he doesn't get a pawn, but he does. All right. Moving on to the next game. I still need 2 more wins. All right, we're playing the same guy again. I think after this game, I'm going to move on to playing somebody else and getting something different going on. Hopefully we get some moves here. He just has to move rooks back and forth, but I can't really move much of anything, so there we go. Wow, he gets a good set of moves here. I don't like seeing this, and now he's going to move his knight up too. That's a bit of a yikes. Ooh, 2 pawn moves is... No, but I can't... See, this is where it gets you. I've got to move a pawn to open up my queen. Oh, come on. Maybe it's okay. Maybe I'll get 2 queen moves next time and we'll be able to get them. But yeah, now he just gets to... That's annoying. I forget about this thing that is just so rude. Let's go ahead, bring the knight up, and let's... You know what? His knight's already attacking my king. Yeah, okay, it doesn't even matter. I was going to say, let's just attack and hope, but he gets a king move as well. Let's go back to the lobby and find a new game to play. Ah, I was about to do it. All right, finally. I mean, it took multiple minutes for me to find a game here, but we finally get one. And I get to move, luckily, a knight here. And he gets 2 knight moves, unfortunately. Looking a little bit better than I am right now, but... He does move the wrong knight, luckily. Let's see what happens. Hopefully... Okay, well, this kind of sucks. Oh, wait, this is kind of cool, though. Oh, wait, never mind. I was thinking, like, I can move this pawn and then I don't have to move the king, but I still have to move the king. It just has to move over here. Maybe my king should have moved this way so that his knight doesn't get it in 2 moves, but... I can move right back and it's fine. And I can take this and bring my knight up. We're really sitting pretty right now. Not gonna lie. And he gets 2 pawn moves, but so what, you know? Gotta open up a bishop and then move that bishop. I mean, this is what I would do if I were him. Or I'd actually probably go like this, attacking the knight, and then bring my bishop over here. Yeah, makes sense. I get 2 pawn moves, and if I move this pawn, my queen can't come out. But if I move this pawn, I can move it again, and then bring my queen out, and we are sitting pretty. I'm going to bring it right here. He's going to get a pawn move, almost guaranteed. Look at that. I don't know what the odds are technically, but he's going to take, and now it opens up my queen. Although, he does have to move his king. Oh, he got a king and a rook move, which means he could castle. I don't think I've ever seen a dice chess castle. That's awesome. I don't really like this. I have to move my knight to one of these 2 squares because I have to move this pawn to open up my bishop. Well, that kind of sucks. And he gets pawn moves. He gets 2 pawn moves, which is rough because he can take in front of my king. But maybe this is okay because this pawn can never move once again. Let's just push this pawn down the board. Take a pawn over here, and then play rook h7. He gets 3 pawn moves? Are you kidding me? Oh, he can just take my queen. That's no good. Hopefully I get 2 bishop moves, and we'll be a-okay. Nope, I get 2 pawn moves, though. I'm just going to keep marching down the board. He gets 2 rook moves. I mean, you know, maybe I get 2 pawn moves, or a pawn and a rook, or 2 bishops. Or I guess I would need 3 bishop moves. Good thing I didn't take this pawn, huh? I don't think I could have ever, but good thing. I'm going to go ahead and take this knight. I'm going to go ahead and take obviously right here, and then I will move. I don't want to take because that could be a problem. The other problem though is if he gets pawn and queen, he can just make a queen and then take it. This is really bad, but okay. What are the odds? So if I go here, he has to get one rook. If I go here, he has to get pawn and either bishop or queen. So I guess it's just best to do this. And he just gets pawn and queen. So yeah, darn. All right, let's go ahead and rematch. I thought 3 games was going to be easy. I didn't know these people were like this. Didn't know they were crazy like that. Let's go ahead and move like this. Start getting pieces out. And he's going to do a similar thing, but get his queen out instead of his rook. All right, let's see. We get, we're going to have to move the king. Maybe that's okay, though. Maybe I can just get my queen out here and move the king to d1. He gets 2 queen moves. That's kind of scary. So it's actually not all bad. I don't think his queen can do anything, even though he has 2 moves with it. Like, technically, the most ideal move could be to move back and forth. Like, move back, let the bishop out, and move forth. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. And wow, that's aggressive. That is so aggressive. And I get a bishop move. All of a sudden, you don't have a bishop left. I will just move down here, and I want to keep my queen alive. I don't want him to be able to take it, so let's just do something simple. He gets a rook. He gets a king and rook. Is he going to castle again? Because he could. That would be, like, if I were him, I'd castle just to do it, even though it's probably not the best, and yeah, he doesn't do it. Let's see, I get another pawn move. I get a king move, which I will move even further to safety, and then I will bring my rook up like this. I just realized if he had gotten like 3 pawn moves, he would have gone 1, 2, 3, like he got last time. That would have been bad. He gets a king move, a rook, and a bishop. Let's see what he does. I mean, based on his sacking of the queen, I wouldn't be surprised if he takes bishop here to try and get 2 bishop moves next time or something. King comes up. That is aggressive. I mean, if I get 2 queen moves, it's wraps. And yeah, he just moves his bishop. 3 bishop moves. Let's go. And I can do this. And let's get 1 more win. Let's do it. Let's rematch him. Come on. All right. Why is his knight red? What is this? Why is it red? Is that... Okay, that's not just a display issue. That's actually his knight. Why is it red? I'm so confused. I don't play dice chess enough to understand these things. He gets another knight move. Okay. Finally, I can move some pieces here. I guess I'll just do this, move my queen out of the way and move my king out of the way. That looks okay. He gets pawn, queen, and rook. That's fine. That doesn't win my queen, luckily. Hopefully I get a pawn move next move and I can take his knight. That would be real nice. I only get a king move that I can do. All right. And he gets pawn. Ugh, this is not a good start. What are we doing? Yikes, 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 yikes. Okay, well, I can at least take his rook, and I will get my knight out. Hopefully he doesn't get 2 knight moves. That would not be ideal. I should have moved the other knight so I can move my rook somewhere more active. He gets 1 knight move, which he's gonna... Yeah, that's why I should have moved my rook over there, huh? This is not looking very nice. I get 2 rook moves. Oh, that would have been so good. I could have taken his knight, and now he's gonna roll a knight. Yep. So I just get punished for not playing optimally, which is what should be happening. It is actually a skill issue that time. This is not good, though. I'm gonna play... You know what I'm gonna play? F4, knight f3, king f2. All on the F file here. Let's go ahead and... Let's play e4, bring the bishop out, and bring the rook to the center. 3... No, come on! 3 knight moves? What are the odds of that? What the heck? All right, let's find a new player to play. We're going to play in 1+1, a bullet game, a bullet dice chess game. The problem is your timer starts ticking before, or like as you can roll. So my timer ticked down 5 seconds there. Like the more pieces I'm able to actually move, the more my time's gonna tick down. I have to win quickly. Okay. He's doing so much better because he can't make any moves. Yes, this is good. This is really good. I'm liking this. Give me some bishop moves. Yes! Let's attack everything. He has to move 2 pawns. No! And a knight, I didn't even realize. Oh, that was so good for him. I'm going to take here. And let's go. Let's move down the board. He can't move anything. Okay, please give me a queen. Yes! What a fun game. Let's try another one of those. Let's see. I know I already won my 3 games now, but I just had so much fun with that. That was awesome. A 1-minute dice chess game. Wow. Oh. Oh no. Wait, let's attack him this way. Why did it lag? It like couldn't let me move for a second. That was annoying. We're gonna take, we're gonna move my bishop out, and we're gonna move my knight up. That was not a great knight move, but it's fine. He gets a knight move, he gets a pawn move, he gets a king move. Okay. Give me 2 bishop moves, please. That's not what I was asking for. Nice. I like this. 2 rook moves and a knight move. That is lovely. That's what we like to see. Ah! I was really hoping we'd get an opportunity here. If he gets 3... Okay, he doesn't get 3 pawn moves, thankfully. Give me some queens. Yes! That's awesome. All right. Well, if you guys enjoyed watching this, I mean, let me know if you want me to try again Dice Chess, if you have any other ideas for other different variations of Dice Chess or other variations of chess in general to play. I have some other ones stocked up that I'm going to make for more videos, but hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.